In the heart of West Africa, a nation has decided to rewrite its destiny. Burkina Faso, a country long associated with instability and the shadow of hunger, is today the stage for one of the most audacious transformations of our time. Far from the global media spotlight, a silent revolution is underway, one not waged with empty speeches, but with seeds, tractors, and an unwavering determination. This is the story of how a people decided that true sovereignty begins on the dinner plate. For decades, the script seemed immutable. Economies bled dry by massive food imports and a chronic dependence on humanitarian aid. That, while alleviating immediate pain, perpetuated a cycle of submission. In a historic move, the government of Burkina Faso declared, "Enough." A new philosophy emerged, treating food security not as a social problem to be managed, but as a matter of national security and sovereignty to be won at any cost. The cornerstone of this revolution is its origin. Nearly $1 billion, more precisely $981 million, mobilized entirely from internal reserves and national funds. Without resorting to international financial institutions or debt-generating loans, Burkina Faso is financing its own rebirth. It is a powerful declaration of self-confidence and a bold bet on its greatest wealth, its land and its people. In an innovative strategy, the reconquest of food sovereignty is intrinsically linked to territorial security. Specialized agricultural units, operating in symbiosis with local defense forces, are being deployed to reclaim and protect fertile lands once dominated by fear and insurgency. Where violence once reigned, hope now flourishes, proving that peace is also cultivated with hands in the soil. The ambition is colossal to completely restructure the national food ecosystem. The agricultural offensive leaves no loose ends, meticulously covering every link in the production chain under the motto, "From seed to silo." This sovereign control over every stage means an end to vulnerability to external markets and the construction of a resilient system made by and for the Burkinabe people. At the heart of the offensive are the inputs. The country is massively distributing high-yield seeds, scientifically adapted to the local climate to ensure record harvests. At the same time, a new fleet of tractors and equipment, acquired from strategic non-Western partners, is mechanizing the countryside on an unprecedented scale, diversifying alliances and breaking from traditional technological dependencies. To transform arid valleys into verdant breadbaskets, water infrastructure is key. Monumental irrigation projects are redesigning the agricultural landscape. Innovation shines with the installation of thousands of solar-powered water pumps, a sustainable and decentralized solution that brings the most precious resource to the most remote places, proving that technology can flourish under the Sahel sun. An abundant harvest is useless if it rots before reaching the consumer. Therefore, the revolution extends to the post-harvest phase, with the implementation of technologies like solar dryers and cold storage units to drastically reduce losses. Simultaneously, the formalization of cooperatives and the use of digital mapping to monitor harvests ensure efficient and modern production management. This is not an impersonal transformation. It pulses with the energy of its people. The initiative deliberately focuses on including youth and women, the majority of the population and the backbone of society. Through land redistribution and the granting of legal property titles, the government is offering not just a job, but a real stake and economic power in the country's new food era. Knowledge is the most fertile seed. Training centers are sprouting up across the country, empowering a new generation with practical skills, from agricultural mechanics to sustainable farming techniques. The program also offers a new beginning for thousands of internally displaced people, resettling them in safe and productive zones, transforming victims of conflict into protagonists of national reconstruction. Self-sufficiency extends beyond the fields and into the laboratories. Burkina Faso is investing heavily in its own scientific and technological sovereignty, from the use of nuclear technology for precise soil analysis to the deployment of drones for crop surveillance and mobile apps that connect farmers to vital data. The nation is using cutting-edge innovation as a tool for liberation. Make no mistake, this agricultural offensive is a resounding geopolitical statement. It is a frontal rejection of a global food system that has historically relegated Africa to the status of a consumer market and a recipient of aid. By shielding its food security, Burkina Faso asserts its sovereignty in the most fundamental way, sending a clear message to the world. Control over our food is non-negotiable. The impact of this revolution is already spilling across its borders. Neighboring nations like Mali and Niger, facing similar challenges, are watching with admiration and inspiration. A new regional bloc, united by a shared economic philosophy of local production and South-South cooperation, is beginning to take shape. Burkina Faso's revolution could be the spark for a geopolitical and economic reconfiguration throughout the entire Sahel region. The impending success of this initiative casts a shadow of doubt on the traditional Western development model imposed on the continent. The question arises, who truly benefited from chronic food insecurity in Africa? The Burkinabe example proves that an alternative path based on self-sufficiency, dignity and local production is not only possible but may be the only true solution. As Burkina Faso creates its buffer zones against external pressures and strengthens new alliances, the larger question echoes. This is not just the story of one country, it is the potential catalyst for an awakening of sovereignty across all of Africa. A continent that for centuries has fed the world with its resources may, finally, be learning to feed itself first. And that may be the most profound and lasting revolution of all. What do you think of this revolution? Can this blueprint for sovereignty be replicated? Share your thoughts in the comments below and share this video to spread the word.